Hi, guys. Welcome to this live broadcast. I just want people to talk about some of the things going on right now. We have been with our president for a year, and I don't mind the environment as much as before. It seemed hostile, and it seemed like people were going to do bad things to America. I think that it was hostile before. Now it's a little bit better, but I'm so sick of the hate speech going on about one particular person all the time. It is so annoying. I think that people are trying to use hate speech as a way to get their way in a way that we should never get our way. I think it is horrible, absolutely horrible, for people to treat people that way, no matter what they've done. But to spend a year complaining about one guy because he puts out some sensational news. Come on, people. We have better things to do. I think that there's a lot of things that we could do better with our life than talk about hate speech. Hate speech is just, we don't need it. We simply don't need it. I think that what they've done to portray our president is just annoying. I think that it's a front, that a weak front that is moving south on how we treat things. I think that we need to treat people with love and stop this snarling mess that the news people keep playing with. I'm so sick of hearing about these protesters, and they've gotten more and more vicious, where they're even death threatening people on the air. And it's just bad. We don't treat people this way. We don't normally in life. Do you treat someone this way? No. So why do people need to do this? Seriously. It's just so annoying and so sick of it. I can't handle it anymore. I need somebody to just say, no, he's just a guy sharing sensational comments for news. He just wants to have news. He just wants to be looked at and share news and share his own glory. And I'm sick of it. I don't know why he's doing it, but he's just doing it to make money. And people do this all the time. But we don't have to have hate speech. We don't need hate speech. I am so sick of it. I want people to just love each other and share news like they did 10 years ago. How hard is that? To share news like 10 years ago. I just want them to go back to that and stop trying to profiteer off hate speech. Because these protesters need to just go home. They just need to go home. They are not lost sheep. They are vicious wolves and vipers, some of them. And I'm so sick of it. That's where it's gotten to with some people. They just become vicious people, and we don't need it. It's so annoying. Oh gosh, it's so annoying. So, if you feel the same way, please comment on this. If you don't feel the same way, well then comment on it anyway. Please no hate speech, okay? I'm just sick of it. Who's sick of it? I'm sick of it. Let's go. So, there we go. I wore my Jewish prayer shawl. It's good. It makes me look pretty. But yeah, questions and answers. Anyone have a question or thing they'd like to comment about? I think that it's better than it was than last year, but it's just I think that some of the press just goes too far with sensationalism, making a hostile environment almost with what they're doing, and just staying on the edge all the time, trying to make a story. Oh gosh. Leo, what in the world are you doing? That's just what I feel. So yeah, thank you, Del Soluna. I appreciate the comment. Yeah, more people they understand. Oh gosh, this is a movement that needs to start. We are sick of it. No more. Thank you. I appreciate it. That is so good. So people, no more hate speech. I don't care what side you're on. No more hate speech. We just need to love each other. Just love each other, you know? So, yeah. There's a lot of cool people who joined the room. That's great. I know it's late, but it's all right. I wish I knew more about this prayer shawl. I could give you an understanding of what some of this means on it and everything. So I want to learn some Hebrew and everything, so I know more about it. But it's just this stuff, this hate speech, has happened in the Middle East too, and I think that they get so ridiculous with each other sometimes, and I think that this war is just hard. I think if they just find, I wish God would just open the sky and let light flow down from heaven and just show the Palestinians, here is your land. I still want that so bad. Oh gosh, I want that so bad. So, here is their land. Here is your land. Stop arguing. Leave each other alone. That's what I want. If they could fix that, oh, world peace. That would be good. So, and it's not going to happen by one person saying they have it, because it doesn't work that way. Peace works the way of you already have peace inside, and you just operate from that and share peace with each other. We need to be in peace, and I'm just sick of the madness that has gone on with everything, with all that. So stop fighting, you guys. Love, 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 love. I like the hearts. That's cool. I love the little animations these things have. It just goes across the screen here. That's just cool. So yeah, I think I'm done talking. Unless someone else has something. Oh, it's Amanda Bailey. Okay, that's cool. I thought you were someone else. That's cool. Hi, Amanda Bailey. So I want to say hi to some people. Hi, Eric. Hi, Martha Rojas. Hi, Kenny. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Robert. Hi, Chris. Hi, Colton. Sorry. Sorry. It's late. Okay. Hi, Sean. I appreciate y'all's comments. Yeah. It's not about how we dress. It's not about dressing conservative or looking in a certain way. That's not a movement. That's people wearing clothes. I think that I went to this church and they had everyone's always wearing nice clothes all the time, and I got annoyed because it was just all the time, and it's like you had to fit in, and it was bad. It's like, some of the drama that you get. Drama happens everywhere. It doesn't. It has to be worked out of a congregation, because sometimes it just builds up and people get prideful and not, deal with issues. But it's just when you deal with issues, then change happens. And when your priorities are part of a vision, but they don't match up with the Bible, then it's not going to happen. So it's like, I love wearing nice clothes. They feel good. They look good. They feel good. But, I want people to just not care what people look like, that just to love people. Everyone should feel loved, no matter what you look like, where you come from. It's all based on the content of your character. That's what people should judge each other about. Not does this look right? This look right. So we don't have to treat people badly because of the way they look or don't look, or the way they try to do certain things. I'm gonna like these. That's good. Had some likes. Wow. So still trying to figure this out. Some of my friends, they had like 400 comments and like 18 people in the room. It is like, it blew my mind away. They had like 400 comments and there was only like 20 people in the room at the time, but that's the power of marketing. So, there's this, you just have to, find these email lists and get these email lists and add to it. That's then you just learn how to mass email. I think that's one thing that people like they don't figure out is like it's a lot easier than it looks, but we just have to know how it works. There's a lot of things that happen, and we don't allow ourselves to have peace about it because we don't have the numbers. We do have the numbers. I don't know what to do. So it's a good thing. So I'm glad there's more people adding themselves to the room, so that's good. Got another comment. Yeah, comment. Feel like so. Yeah, this is me. So, how's y'all's day? Tell me y'all's day. I'm gonna turn this into an interview. How was your day? Anyone need prayer or had something happen good today or? I'm gonna answer the question Barbara had. You don't like Trump? I think that he's a regular man and that he uses sensationalism to make money, which isn't always bad because some of the things, there's some crazy things that happen, and I want to support. Sometimes he mentions things in a way that shows that there's crazy stuff in the world and we shouldn't put up with it. I think a lot of times, I don't want to take the man and just throw him down in the toilet. I think that there's I've seen that a lot this year. And so, mainly, not just this year, but last year, so the past year. And so I think that whole practice of doing that makes it hard to talk about the person as a whole. Because he's just an ordinary man, and so I find him funny a little bit sometimes, but I'm not really drawn to him. I think that his first year he's just kind of kept quiet, except when he's wanted everyone to listen about some random thing. I think honestly, it's the government's way of giving people a red fish instead of dealing with issues. I think that there is a lot of things that we could learn from others instead of trying to focus on one guy. I think it's really changed things in a way where people are just, you know, the Spurs lost. Oh, I'm nuts. That's it. I'm so sad now. I love the Spurs. So, yeah, I think he is. He gets used as a pawn. I think everybody gets used as a pawn sometimes. Sometimes we're the king, sometimes we're the queen, and sometimes we're the pawn. I think everyone gets to feel that way sometimes. I think that there is a lot of people that can focus on this differently, and so we can all just love each other and treat each other better and just listen to people better. I think that listening to people is better than being sensational and arguing people. I think he's used that as a jumping board a little bit, and I think the news uses that too much and creates arguments, and that's bad. Because some people just follow the news and do what the news does. And I think that's a bad thing to do. People should be feel more free and feel like they have an opinion and just say their opinion, you know? You know, there's a lot of people that I think need to feel free enough to give their own opinion. I think a lot of times some people's opinions are so buried and never heard that it's sad. And I think that there's people that need to share who they are. I think that everyone should share who they are, because that's the thing of love towards people. You share who you are and you let people come to understand you. I think that as we share who we are, we start to encourage people better. I think that we can develop leadership as we share who we are. You know, I think it's like Simba, you know, as he remembered who he was, he could take over the kingdom. And so God has a kingdom for us, you know, and if we remember who we are, remember that we're daughters and sons of the King, I think we can start to develop ways of enjoying ourselves and sharing who we are more. I think a lot of people, they have some things dormant, like their personality or what they like, and it seems like you have to pull down barriers sometimes and walls. I think a lot of times we say to ourselves, I only like this person if, and then we put up a barrier. And I think that can be hard on it. So I think that a lot of times when we're trying to be ourselves, we confuse being ourselves with things we like. And I see that like with people that, I guess, with habits, like, I see it with some people. If you don't drink, or you don't read the Bible, or you don't cuss, or these certain things, then I won't accept you for who you are. And I've seen this before. And it's a bad thing, to base everything on a habit that we do to let someone in. And this kind of, with Donald Trump, that's kind of what I kind of see with people sometimes, because I've witnessed it with more than one person, and we can't be that way. I don't know where this all came from, where did it start? But we have, we have to just, you just have to, rely on God for what we like. I think if we accept each other in saying, I will love you unconditionally no matter what. If you treat me bad, it doesn't mean I'm going to stay close to you, but I'm going to still love you and try to bring about a better thing in your life. And so, there's some things that create bad things for people, and there's different reasons why, and we don't have to get into that. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I actually have a problem with cussing a little bit. And some people that haven't seen me in a while may be surprised with that, but it's just something that I deal with. It's just the world's been really harsh, and it is hard to deal with that sometimes. But I feel like it's getting better a little bit, and I'm getting out of it. But I don't judge people on if they drink tequila or not, or they I have so many friends that do this stuff, and they're so nice people, and I love them. And for me to judge them according to that, it just doesn't work. So I just rather be nice to them. And I think that's where this is, with hate speech and all that. We don't hate people. We just love them towards seeing who we are and why we think what we think. I think that's how it is, It's just, if we generally accept people, then we can start to work on each other when we're not hating each other, but we're loving each other. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna I had this weird thing where I'm kind of not wanting pork very much, and I feel like I'm supposed to. I feel like I'm supposed to go on a journey a little bit with some of the older law, just to see how it is. You know, God gave me a message that eating pork is fine, but I feel like He wants me to fast from it, just to see something and learn something. So don't worry, Amber. I didn't know what this thing was until a few years ago. And that's fine. So I have a lot of things that I'm trying to do and just looking at better. So yeah, guys. I think that when we don't force our ideas on people, like we don't like get people drunk and force them to get drunk. I think that's wrong. Because we all know what happens afterwards. And I'm not talking about them throwing up. I'm talking about them getting too much and staying in that too much. I think everyone can agree that we don't want to see someone pass out on the floor and die. So there's a lot of people out there that I guess try to get their friends drunk, but I don't think that should be our goal. If you're a drinker. So I think that we just have to share who you are, but don't push people into habits. I think that's bad sometimes. I just want people to feel free, and to just feel the full love of God. I want them to feel peace in their life and peace in their heart. And that's what does it, is that you have people just reaching out to each other in a loving way and having that experience, to their life. They have they just look at things differently, I guess. And we should love them no matter what and focus on what we can, what is the same about us instead of what is different about us. But we have to stand upon our ethics and be ethical and say, God will lead me, and I will show who I am. And when I'm there to be led, then it will be like my Lord is leading me. And so we have to let it be like that, because when we walk that path that says, this is like how Jesus does it, so I'm going to walk with this, and this is how I am. If you see, this traps me into something I don't want to be trapped in it. So I need to walk with Jesus this way. And so I got 43 comments. That's awesome. We were talking about how hate speech needs to end. We were talking about Donald Trump earlier. So those that are passing through the group, we just we wanted to. I really just want to see a lot of this hate speech end towards him, because I think that it's just bad. Because people have gotten to the place where they're death threatening him, and I think that's wrong. A reunion party sounds fun. I wouldn't mind that. Like go to Chili's or something. That'd be fun. I really enjoyed this. So it's past midnight. So Michael on the late hour. So all right. I do agree, Amber. Some people do overthink. I do agree. I think that, like yesterday, I was speaking about peace and the path of peace. And I think a lot of times people try so hard in their own mind to have their way or have it their way that it's just, it's just bad. And if they don't stay in the resolve of peace and being carefree, I think that they can lose that. But we have to just I think I'll click on that. You can view the last video. I spoke a lot about that there. And if y'all want to view my content, I got a ton of videos online on freeencouragement.org and MikeWilkinson.org. So I appreciate the comments today and everything. That's really good. I'm gonna leave it with that. So you guys have a great night and peace to you and everything, and spread the love. Bye.